Today, we're going to go on a little journey. We're going to uncover the secret life of a word you probably use 100 times a day without even thinking about it. Seriously, this word is like a Swiss Army knife for the English language, and it's at the heart of a really cool idea about how to communicate clearly. So let's dive in and explore the hidden power of have.
It all starts with this number right here, 850. Now, what do you think that could possibly be? It's not just some random figure. Nope, it's actually the key to a really powerful system, one designed to help people from all over the world communicate with each other, simply and clearly.
And there's our answer, 850. That's the total number of words in a system called Basic English. Think of it like a starter kit for the English language, built around a core vocabulary that can express pretty much any idea you can think of. Now, for a system like that to work, every single one of those 850 words has to be incredibly powerful.
So within that essential list, you've got your workhorses, your superstars, the words that do a ton of heavy lifting. Today, we're zeroing in on one of the biggest superstars of them all, a word so versatile it's basically a cornerstone of the whole language. And that word is have. It's one of the most common words we use, a true workhorse. But its real power and why it's so critical to basic English comes from just how many different jobs it can do. So, what are they? Okay, first up, let's look at have when it's the main attraction in a sentence. You know, when it is the main verb, carrying all the meaning all by itself. The most physical, most direct meaning is about holding something. Super simple. If you have it, you are physically gripping it. It's in your hands, right here, right now.
Think about it. If you ask someone, do you have a spoon? You're talking about pure physical possession. Is there a spoon in their hand or right there next to them? It's the most fundamental meaning of the word.
But, right? We can't physically hold everything. So the meaning of have starts to stretch into the abstract. We use it to talk about things we experience, whether they're good or bad. You can have a good time, or you can have a cold.
In this case, he's not literally holding a wonderful time in his hands, is he? No, he's experiencing it. This shows how have lets us sort of possess moments and feelings, not just physical objects. That's a huge leap in meaning when you stop and think about it.
All right, now let's see how this thing builds. We're moving from just physically holding something to two concepts that seem miles apart, possession and duty.
This is probably the meaning that pops into your head first, right? It's not just about holding something for a minute. It's about ownership. It's yours. It belongs to you, whether it's in your hand or not.
This is a perfect example of ownership in action. The family isn't physically holding the house, obviously, but they possess it. They have a house. This is how the word have bridges that gap between temporary holding and permanent ownership.
Okay, now, get ready for a complete 180. By just adding the little word to after have, the meaning flips completely. It's not about possessing anything anymore. It becomes about necessity, about obligation. It's something you must do.
3 simple words, but wow, are they powerful. I have to go. There's zero ownership here. This is pure obligation. It just shows the amazing flexibility of have. It can describe what you possess and, in the same breath, what you're required to do.
So far, have has been the star of the sentence, but its most complex and maybe its most powerful role is when it steps out of the spotlight and becomes a helper. Exactly. What happens when have isn't about owning or experiencing? What's its job when it's just there to support another verb? Well, this is where have really becomes a grammatical superhero. So here's the key difference. As a main verb, have means possess. I have a car. Simple. But as an auxiliary, or what we call a helper verb, have kind of loses its own meaning. In a sentence like I have eaten, it's not about possession. It's just helping the main verb eaten.
So what's its helping job exactly? Its main gig is to build what grammarians call the perfect tenses. And all that really means is it helps us talk about actions that are finished, that are completed, connecting something that happened in the past to right now.
Take this sentence, the action of closing the window. It's done, it's finished. It happened in the past, but it's relevant to the present, because right now the window is closed. Have is the word that makes that connection possible. It helps the verb close to express that completed state.
And here's another cool thing. As a helper, have is a bit of a shapeshifter. We often don't even say the full word. In that last example, I have closed the window, let's be real, we'd almost always say, I've closed the window, using that contraction, v.
So let's bring it all home.
We've been on a pretty wild ride with just one little word, haven't we? Let's just step back for a second and appreciate the incredible range we've just covered. I mean, think about it. We saw have go from the simple physical act of holding something all the way to owning property, feeling an experience, being obligated to do something, and then, on top of all that, it works as the grammatical glue that holds our sentences together. That is a ton of work for just one word.
And this brings us right back to where we started, doesn't it? Basic English. This whole thing proves you don't need a massive vocabulary to say what you mean. You just need the right words. Simple, versatile words like have that do all the heavy lifting. They're the true foundation of powerful communication.
So, I'll leave you with a thought to chew on. The next time you're talking, just listen for those small, everyday words. What other hidden giants are out there, hiding in plain sight, doing incredible work in every single sentence you say?